Stage fright is very real, whether you're on stage in front of an audience, live streaming, or filming a video. So today, I'm going to share a few ways that have helped me to overcome my stage fright. Don't go away.
Rose-colored glasses, take one.
Hi, I'm Dana.
And I'm Angel.
And you're watching Rose-Colored Glasses with Lord and Lady Logan.
In a world where people are quick to talk about the things they dislike, we want to keep it positive. So we'll be individually and collectively telling you about all the things we do like.
We hope you enjoy the show.
And if you do, please hit the subscribe button, tell your friends, and come back again. Hi, I'm Angel Logan, and thank you for joining me today on Rose-Colored Glasses with Lord and Lady Logan. If you're new to our channel and you want to watch some of our previous shows, or you're a current subscriber trying to catch up on episodes that you've missed, you can search us on YouTube by typing at Rose-Colored Glasses-Logan, going to the hashtag Rose-Colored Glasses, or type the following web address into your browser: youtube.com/@rosecoloredglasses-Logan. Since as far back as I can remember, I've always had to do some type of public speaking or performing. In fact, this began when I was only in first grade. My teacher knew that I was good at memorizing, so she often asked my parents to help me prepare for speaking parts for various school programs or plays. By fourth grade, I was doing small music recitals, playing my flute with a boy who played violin. In fifth grade, I started playing in full band concerts, and of course in high school there were many symphonic band concerts as well as marching band performances, from high school football games and parades to an NFL football halftime show and national competitions. In college, one of my advisors asked me to speak at the orientations for new students and their parents, and I did petite runway modeling for a local department store where I worked during school breaks. As an adult, I was part of many live band performances as a sound engineer, sometimes traveling on the road with bands that I worked with for out-of-state shows. When I became a published author, I did readings at various public venues and several other kinds of speaking engagements. Actually, thinking about it makes me realize that I've always done some type of public speaking or performing, which is the reason that it might shock you to hear that I've suffered from stage fright almost the entire time. That's right, speaking or performing in public has never felt comfortable to me, even though it should have felt like second nature to me long ago. Band was a little less daunting because I was usually surrounded by 50 to 200 other musicians, depending on what we were doing, and the spotlight was never directly on me. But in other situations, I was usually a bundle of nerves right before an event. So how have I been able to do all of this successfully without anyone knowing about my fear? First, by accepting that perfection does not exist. Sure, I've always wanted to give my best and do my best in the public eye, but trying to be perfect can be paralyzing in a world where there's always room for improvement. At some point, you have to be able to trust yourself enough to do what needs to be done. There's a reason that you're the one doing the presentation or performing. There's an art, a message, a product, or service that you're trying to share, and it was clearly important enough for you to want to share it. That has to be more important than anything else. Sure, you could make yourself crazy trying to figure out what people are thinking or if they're judging you while you're in front of them. Or you can remember the reason that you're there to help you stay focused on the importance of your goal over your fear. Stay tuned because later on in this episode, I'll tell you how a little humor can be quite helpful in reducing stage fright. Okay, so yes to sleep and no to caffeine. Why? Simple. We all know how much better we feel and how clear-minded, productive, and energetic we are when we're well rested. It sounds silly to even say it, but we live in a busy world with tasks beyond tasks piling up between work, school, home, and play. I don't feel very confident filming after having less sleep because I just don't feel like my best, and this ramps up my stage fright for sure, because I'm worried about making more mistakes, looking crazy on camera, having bags under my eyes, or just not sounding enthusiastic enough. But when I film or do a public event after a good night's rest, I feel stronger mentally and physically, and this is just what I need to do a good job for my audience, whether it's live or digitally. Now, caffeine, on the other hand, we are not good friends. I don't drink coffee. In fact, neither does Dana, and on the rare occasions that I have soda, it doesn't have caffeine in it. Caffeine generally makes me super jittery, and that's the last thing I need to be doing for a public event or filming our show. Although many of you are coffee drinkers, caffeine could work against you if you're nervous in a public setting. So I strongly suggest avoiding it to help you remain calm before you do any public performances, live streaming, or filming. Be as prepared as possible. Some people are natural speakers who don't need any help and are quite engaging with their audience. However, many of us don't feel quite as comfortable. I could never stand up in front of a crowd and just wing it because my mind will go blank with the fear of not knowing exactly what I want to say or how to say it in a way that would be cohesive and interesting to my audience. I tried winging it a couple of times and I got very lucky, but it was beyond unnerving. That kind of pressure only makes the fear worse, and this is when things can go wrong. But when you know exactly what you're presenting because you've organized your content and studied it thoroughly, this can be a game changer. Live performers who sing, dance, play music, or act on stage always do multiple rehearsals before their live performances, and actors for movies and shows rehearse too. I learned that the more prepared I was, the better my results were. Another thing that I learned was that even if I knew the information inside and out, it was always good to have some type of backup with me. In band, we always had our sheet music to follow. As a sound engineer, I had extra cables and mics or fuses for the speakers in case something went wrong. But with public speaking, having some type of outline on note cards with bullet points was great for helping me stay on track. Unexpected things can happen that could distract you from what you're saying, but having the important points in front of you can help you get back on track. A teleprompter or a laptop with a teleprompter feature is also a huge help to avoid the dreaded ums and uhs, which tend to make people question whether you know what you're talking about or not. As a side note, this applies to situations like doing a job interview. The more practiced and prepared you are when you arrive at your interview, the better it will go, enhancing your chances to get the job that you want. Another thing that I did that helped a lot was to watch how others perform in public, especially with our YouTube channel. I started watching other YouTubers on their channels, and it helped to see what worked for some and not so much for others. I wasn't interested in copying what other people do because I'm a firm believer in doing things in my own way. But you can definitely learn a lot from someone who is doing something successfully that you want to do while creating a style all of your own. Everyone makes mistakes. Singers, dancers, actors, public speakers, and content creators. As I said earlier, no one is perfect. But when we put all of our energy and focus into our fear of what could go wrong, it can be distracting, stressful, cause us to lose sight of our main objectives, and this will result in an unpleasant experience. However, when you can have fun and laugh at yourself when something doesn't go exactly as planned, and not let those unexpected moments become the end of the world, you'll find that your audience members will be understanding and they'll relate to you more. For instance, if you're filming a video, you know that you can edit out the mistakes, but why not save the imperfect takes to make a funny outtakes or bloopers video? This shows your audience that while you are working to provide them with a professional and entertaining presentation, you're still human, and what you're doing behind the scenes can be a lot of fun too. This can be especially helpful for other creators who are just starting out. Of course, if you have a live audience, it's a little different because you can't edit out the mistakes, but not as different as you may think. I know several creators who use humorous or laughing sound effects to make fun of their own mistakes during live streams, and their audience members love it. Now, many public speaking experts will advise most people to not bring attention to their mistakes. And in more professional or formal situations, I would agree that you should try to creatively improvise without getting sidetracked so you can keep moving forward. But just remember, what you consider a mistake based upon your own expectations might not be a mistake in the eyes of your audience. And if you're in front of a live audience or live streaming, the people out in the seats or your viewers might find you more relatable if they can see that you're just like them and can allow a little fun and humor to connect you to each other. Your stage fright might not disappear overnight, but if you can try some of what I've mentioned today, you can begin to overcome your fear as your confidence continues to grow, so you can be an example for others to follow as they overcome their fears too. We want to hear from you. In the comments section below, tell us about a unique way that you use to overcome your stage fright. Thank you for watching. If you click on more in the description section below, right above the comments, you'll find links and information about our channel and today's show. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying our show, and we hope that you'll visit again to take a look through our rose-colored glasses. Until next time.